love and honor your wife. Our rabbis taught, I guess you can call it love and honor your wife. That's the title of today. Love and honor your wife.
Yeah, it's part of the ketubah.
Right.
Love your wife, yes.
Our rabbis taught, I don't know if it says in the Torah you have to love your wife. It says you love every Jew. And in the ketubah, you're obligated for 3 things. You're obligated for clothing, for to provide the roof over her head.
Peacemaker.
Yeah, you have to. You have to provide the intimacy, and you have to provide money. That's. It doesn't say that you have to love her. Adam, it says, "Selo Ezra kenegdo." Obviously, if in order for the relationship to thrive, you have to have love in there and caring. But what is real love? What is love?
You have the law of after Hakamocha.
Right, I said, after Hakamocha is for everyone.
So it's going to apply for your wife first.
Of course, it applies to everyone. It applies to all Jews. But what is love? Right, so...
Love is what you want for yourself. What you do to yourself, you got to do to your wife.
Yeah, that's the... Rabbi Akiva, he said, Man desanya alach, al ta'asi lechavrach. Whatever you hate, that for yourself, don't do it to others.
It's that simple as that.
But the Rebbe said there was once a lady that came to him, a girl. She was in the time of shidduchim, getting married. She got different offers, and she said that she doesn't like this guy. She was telling the Rebbe like her dating goals. She telling the Rebbe about her dating. The Rebbe said, "Why don't you like this guy?" She gave him some explanations, and then she said about that guy why she doesn't like. So I asked her, "What is your interest? What do you like to do?" Rebbe asked her. So she said, "I like to read." I said, "What do you read? What do you like to read?" She said, "I'm reading novels." So reading novels. So the Rebbe understood right away that that she doesn't really knows what loves mean, what marriage means, what relationship means. So a lot of the world mistakenly thinking that love is what is first sight. You see the person, that's it, you love him. And yes, they have so this, the romance, and they thinking this is what love is all about. But in reality, the Rebbe explained that true love is something that is built over many years. So you see that people that are married for 50 years, they have a stronger love than 2 kids they just met each other. He's 22 and she's 19, and they love each other. These couples that are living together for so many years and went through so many hardships and obstacles and challenges and hurdles and all these things that are coming their way, and they're able to overcome it together. That's a real love. That's a true love. That's the perseverance that they went together. They held on all these times, and they helped each other in the hardest of times. That's love, not what you see in TV.
It's more simple form. You said love is ahava. Ahava is to give. So this is what love is about.
No, but the Torah doesn't say you should be a shmata. You should be a carpet that people step on. What is to give? So an American men think I'm the provider, so I'm giving her the credit card, and she buys, and I'm paying for the car. That's not. So I'm giving. I gave her. Money is more than according to Torah. Money, a person that gives tzedakah, it's like giving his blood, because you could have buy yourself food. No, this person bought himself food. So it's not just money. It's
not about money. When I say give, you give about yourself.
Yeah.
Give of yourself.
It has to be a reciprocation. It has to go both ways. It has to go both ways.
Yourself, not material.
Yeah.
Material doesn't bring anything.
So our rabbis taught if a person loves his wife as he loves himself, right? So sometimes we love the wife because she's mirroring ourselves, or she's enhancing our image, or who we are. So you walk around this beautiful lady, and she makes you feel good about yourself. Okay, so she picked me, right? So she's with me. You walk into the party, she is with me, right? So in front of everyone, you walk, hello, this is my this is my wife, right? This is my other half, and so she is enhancing who I am. So really, I love myself, but now I have her to give me more encouragement, to strengthen my ego. So she is mine, right? So that's not real love. That you're loving yourself, like the famous joke about the fisherman, right? You like fish? And he says, why? Say, why do you eat it? If you love the fish, why do you eat it? So you don't love fish. You love yourself. In order to love yourself more, you need also fish on the table. So you catch the fish. You don't care about the fish. So our rabbis taught if a person loves his wife as he loves himself and honors her more than he honors himself, and raises his sons and daughters on the right path and marries them off close to the age of maturity, about such a person, Scripture says, you will know that your tent is at peace. That's from Eov, from Job 5:24. A person who loves his neighbors and one who is close to relatives, and one who marries his sister's daughter, and one who lends a selah to a poor man in his time of need, about such a person, a scripture says, then you will call and God will respond. You will cry out, and he will say, here I am. So in order to get to that point, that you call God and he responds, then you have to be a person who loves his neighbors, a person who is close to relatives, a person who marries his sister's daughter, and one who lends money to the poor in a time of need. Doesn't say to give it to him for free, it says to lend it to him. But the fact that you're there for him in the time of need, God says, when you need me, I'll be there. God says it. It says, then you will call and God will respond. You will cry out and he will say, God will say, here I am. That's from Yeshaya 58:9.
What is it about you saying, Rabbi, that you can marry your brother's sister? Your sister's daughter?
And one who marries his sister's daughter.
Yeah.
Marry your niece.
Legally allowed to. According to Jewish law. Yeah. It's not just sister.
Is that too close?
Yeah, there's a few
Today you can check. You can check DNA to see that everything matches. But the Ashkenazic Jews have a lot of genetic issues because after the Holocaust, a lot of them married each other, very close relatives married each other, and it created a lot of genetic problems.
Right.
By the Sfarim, and they don't have it as much. Today, every couple that get married, they do what is called Dor Yesharim test. They do a test, a blood test. They take 4 vials or 5 vials, and they tell you, and they take 5 vials of the girl, and they can say if the numbers match. If they match, you have a problem. If they don't, you're good. So anyway, so it says over here, Rabbi Elazar said, any man who does not have a wife is considered a man, is not considered a man. If you don't have a wife, it doesn't say dead, it says he's not considered a man. Ish is not. It says a person, it says Adam she'en lo isha lo karui ish. So you're not calling him a man. For it says, he created them. Why? Where do we get it from? Because it says he created them male and female. Zachar u'nekeva bera'am. He created the male and female and named them men. He called them Adam. Only when man was united with woman were they called Adam. When did Hashem give Adam the name Adam? When he got married, when he had Chava.
That doesn't go for the woman though. We're just addressing a man.
Exactly.
Yeah, we don't say anything about the woman.
No. Rabbi Elazar, the only thing we said is that he has to love her as he loves himself, and he has to honor her more than he honors his own self. That's the 2 things we said about the ladies.
Why doesn't it say if a woman doesn't marry, she's half a woman?
Because she doesn't have that obligation.
Well, she doesn't have the obligation to have
the
kids
man
too.
is more animalistic.
It's a mitzvah of the men. That's what it says, Ezra Kenegdo, that she is helping you to do the mitzvah that you are obligated.
You see, she didn't because Hashem made her this one.
Rabbi Elazar further said, any man who does not own land, if he doesn't have a house, he does not own land, is not considered a man. According to the Marsha, this refers to a person who does not have a place to live. For it says, as for the heavens are God's, but the earth He has given to man. Rabbi Elazar further said, that's from Tehillim, Psalms 115:6. Rabbi Elazar further said, what is meant by the passage? God said, I will make a compatible, kenegdo, Ezra kenegdo, a helper for him. Kenegdo can mean also against. How can she be his helper and at the same time be against him? Is she helping you or she's against you? What is it called? A friend or foe? Right?
Well, she will refrain him from doing wrong things, from doing other.
If he merits it, his wife is a help to him. If he's a meritorious, his wife will be help to him. If he does not merit it, she opposes him. Others say, Rabbi Elazar pointed out a contradiction. It is written kenegdo, which means opposite, but in support of him. So it says which means opposite, kenegdo, but in support of him. So she's opposite of you, but support of you. But we can read it kenegdo, which means castigating and striking. If a person merits it, his wife will be support for him. If he does not merit it, she will end up striking him. Okay? Rabbi Yossi met Elijah, and asked him, it says, I will make a helper for him. In what way does a wife help her husband? How exactly she helps me? In what way does a wife help her husband? Replied Eliyahu responding, if a man brings wheat, does he chew the wheat? You are the farmer, you go to the field and you planted wheat. Now you brought wheat to the house. You need to eat. You take the wheat and you chew it? No. What do?
Give it to your wife.
You give it to your wife. If a man brings wheat, does he chew the wheat? His wife grinds it and bakes it. If he brings flax, can he wear the flax? His wife changes the flax into a garment. Doesn't this prove that a wife brightens her husband's eyes and puts him on his feet? That's what Eliyahu is responding to Rabbi Yossi.
The women today can't even sew buttons.
Rabbi Elazar, I wouldn't say collectively, but Rabbi Elazar further said, what is meant by the verse, when God brought Eve to Adam, Adam said, now this bone for my bones. Okay, this is bone for my bones. What she has, it came from me. And flesh from my flesh. Right? Etzem me'atzami ubasar mibasari. He saw from Hashem. He went through a surgery. It says that Hashem vayapel tardema la'adam. Right? And he saw. So it says, now implies that Adam lived with every animal. Adam went with every animal. But now it tells you how he knew. But he was not satisfied. Meaning he felt like it's not it.
The elephant looks good to me, but
No, it says clearly he lived with all the animals, and they're not going to say graphically, but they say he lived with every animal. But he was not satisfied until he lived with Eve. Okay, he lived with Chava. And then he said, now, this time, only this time, he figured out that that's his part, that's his mate, So Rabbi Elazar further said, what is the meaning of the pasuk? God told Avraham, all the families of the earth will be blessed. V'nivrechu becha kol mishpechot ha'adama. Right? So what is the meaning of the pasuk? all the families of the earth will be blessed through you. V'nivrechu becha. V'nivrechu through you, everyone will be blessed through you. Rabbi Elazar sees v'nivrechu as derived from the same root as levarech, to graft. Leavrich is to graft, do grafting. Grafting in a tree. Then you take a branch and you stick it to a trunk, to an existing trunk, and now you're creating another flavor to the fruit. If you take a
cross-pollination.
Yeah. So if you take, let's say, an orange tree, and you graft it with a lemon tree, you're going to get an interesting orange coming out, right? Right. Yeah. So it says the word v'nivrechu. Rabbi Elazar said the word v'nivrechu v'cha is derived from the root lehavrich, to graft, and he explains the verse to mean, the Holy One, blessed be He, said to Avraham, I have two shoots, non-Jews, that I would like to graft onto you. Shoots, the shoots of a shoot. Okay. Ruth, the Moabites, I want to graft them into the Jewish people. The Moabites, and the forebear of King David, right? She is the foremother of King David.
What's her name?
Ruth.
Oh, Ruth.
Yeah. Married Boaz, and Boaz married, and ultimately, and Naamah, the Ammonites. So Moavi and Ammoni. Naamah came from the Ammonites, a convert who was the mother of King Rehoboam. She was the mother of King Rehoboam, and the forebearer of the righteous King Chizkiah. Okay. All the families of the earth, even families that live anywhere in the world, receive blessing only for Israel's sake. Through him, Abraham, all the nations of the world will be blessed. Genesis 18:18. Even the ships that sail from Gaul to Spain, I guess the name of a place called Gaul, Gaul to Spain, are blessed only for Israel's sake. So everyone is blessed because of Israel's sake, ultimately from Abraham.
What page is that?
May you all be blessed.